I also ran by my mother's because she always gives me some treats and treasures.
The back of that magazine already is making me happy.
I know. So she had kept a Star tabloid magazine that I guess I'm in. Toddlers are the new superstars in TV ratings battle.
I'm dying.
Did you guys know that I was a superstar? Because I am. I'm just hanging out over here. Just like being a little baby. Playing Chrissy, the youngest Seaver on ABC's Growing Pains, has been a dream come true for Ashley Johnson. In 1987, she met show heartthrob Kirk Cameron. She told him about her dream of making it in show business.
Is that true?
No.
No. Okay.
Kirk gave her an autographed photo, which she still has.
Where is it? Where is it, Ashley?
I don't know if I have it. I wish
Was this a real thing?
Hey, Taliesin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, bringing that. It is.
Do you know what that's from?
It's not Cronkite. I wanted to say that for a minute.
That's well, it's pretty close to Cronkite, but it is from The Truman Show.
Wow, I haven't seen that since it was actually in a theater.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
It is a very odd afternoon today.
It is an odd afternoon. We have a weird buzz, weird buzzy mood that we have right now.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to not what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying not to not dude, like I don't want to get too hey man, yeah.
Hey man, yeah.
No, I got to bring some energy to this cuz
yeah.
Not a lot, but just a little.
I know this is totally off subject, but I mean I guess it's not since I said good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Truman Show is a pretty good movie.
I seem to recall enjoying it. I'd be curious if I'd
be curious if it still holds up.
I know it has a fandom.
I used to do something in the mirror after I saw that movie because he takes a cube of soap, a bar of soap, not a cube. Why did I just say that?
That's not
what those are called. But he would take the bar soap, and when he started to realize something was off, and he gets in the mirror, and he like carves an astronaut suit in the mirror around him. And I don't know why that just always stuck with me. And then I would try to do it after I saw that movie with my bar of soap.
Steam face.
Yeah, the steam face is always great.
Yeah, just put on the smile that you wish was in the inside. I'm not going to be that person today.
You can be that person today.
No, yeah.
I'm kind of that person all the time.
Bitchy, so, yeah.
Well, we have something on the table that I'm really excited about showing.
Literally that. Yeah, no, I know it. Oh, yeah.
It's like, wait, we were going to do a bit with it. So maybe I'll wait, actually.
Yeah, you're going to wait on
because I think the phone is ringing. Okay, it's too late to do the bit. We were going to pretend that there was a phone ringing and then be like,
ring, ring.
Whoa, somebody's calling. Who is this?
So,
hello? Yes?
As this is the perfect joke for a podcast, we were given a
cookies.
Remarkably phone realistic
look
cookie.
At this thing.
It's
like, look how cool
it's someone actually printed like a picture on it, and it looks like an iPhone. There's even texture.
Go over here. Look at this.
Pull it back. There you go.
Look at this. It's a little telephone.
And it has our logo on it on the phone, as if somebody is like in the Beacon app, Pocket Beacon, watching the show.
That'd be cool.
It's clearly crashed because no matter how hard you try and scroll that cookie ain't scrolling.
I want to try it, but I know that this is going to be. Oh yeah, let me silence it.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Oh, accidentally took a picture. All right.
Beep boop boop beep.
I want to bake a LED into that so you have the flashlight on at all times. That would be great.
I'm a little nervous because I feel like this.
It's a very.
Should I eat the weird kids?
I mean, yes.
I'm gonna eat us.
I'm just always worried because it's not is it just a cookie, but it's also a cookie with a phone screen on it, which means that people would touch it. Like it wants to be touched a lot.
It wants to be touched, which grosses me out.
It grosses me out
quite
too,
a bit.
But it is a beautiful.
As the
cookie.
germaphobes that we are. I'm also gonna put a scratch and sniff sticker on my. This is not a telephone. This is a microphone.
I thought you were gonna put it on the cookie, so either way, it works for me.
Well. Could work.
I already ate my cookie, but it was not a phone.
So you and I had a really fun little event last night.
We did.
Where you and I did a fireside chat.
And now everyone knows when this was recorded, which pleases me. They actually have some context for where we are in our reality.
Yeah.
That fireside chat was deeply unhinged.
It was so unhinged, the two of us. I think because whenever we sort of work throughout the day. And then we record something at night, which is mostly our schedule. We'll do a game. We'll shoot something. And so some evenings we are just on one.
Yeah.
And last night we were just in a mood.
Yeah, I would have been.
I feel like that's rolled over to today.
I think so. I might be on the crash right now just because I'm so low key. Although we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was and like people don't know we stayed longer to play with. I brought a toy.
Yeah.
That was a static electricity generator that I can't use in here because it makes little aluminum, little foil shapes fly in the air. It's great.
Yeah, it's weird. I was kind of bagging on it.
Yeah.
And then later, when we all sort of went into the lobby
where there's more room,
the studio where there's more room, and then we had some of the crew and we were all playing with it. You brought out your laser pointer.
I brought a little laser pointer to turn it into a magic flying disco ball. It was great.
We had a dance party.
It was a little dance party.
It really was a nice end to the evening.
Yeah. What did someone? Someone said this is peak ADHD right now.
Yeah. It was like all of us.
Just crew.
This is so cool. Okay, bye.
Oh, flying metal shapes in the air.
That's how. Yeah. It's a. Yeah, it was a blast.
Thank you. I'm a sucker for science toy.
But we did, which we will get to at the end of this episode, I'm sure at some point. We have a mailbag.
Yeah.
So
with our mail, not other people's.
No, yes, with ours, of course, and whatever you may want to send or say or
ask a question.
Ask a question. I
love a question on paper.
Me too. So we have some of those, which maybe we'll get to a little later.
Ooh.
But if you have questions, concerns, you want to tell us a story, you want to, I wonder if people could send in pictures.
We would have to have permission for that, but you can send in a sticker at the very least. I'm a big fan of a sticker.
Oh yeah, love a good sticker.
Love a sticker.
But it's, what's the address?
I feel like that's low commitment.
Right below in a lower third, but it's
tight.
.ly/WK mailbag.
We would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
The response from people has been so fun. The Discord has been so fun. This has just really turned into just my favorite cult.
It's the beginning of I'm curious to see where this goes and how it will play into the revolution.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Well, I feel like we have a couple things that we did want to share. Yeah. You ended up completing something that I'm going to move this cookie and the stickers out of the way.
Put the cookie back together? Because I
could. That might not be as exciting for people to watch.
I would be impressed.
I probably could. But now our heads are missing because I ate them.
That's fair.
So you completed something.
I did. Making it run will be a little tricky because
we lost the key.
We lost the key, and
which
I'm
is
going to have
hilarious.
to figure it out. But
you completed it.
I did.
What is this called again?
I don't. It's called a. Well, it's an automata, but this particular one was from Japan, and it is called the tea serving robot from the Edo period. And what it does, I purposely left it empty so you can see all the little gears and bits. Is he walks forward and delivers you a cup of tea, and then when you take the tea and put it back when you're done, he takes the teacup away.
Where does he go?
He turns around and goes back to where he started from.
That's so cool.
Yeah, right.
So does this move? Oh yeah, it does a little bit.
That's the weight thing.
So that's the weight.
So the hands have a little tray, and that's how it knows that the tea is there. And then when it's time, he stops and he bows.
What?
And then you take the tea, and then when you put the tea back,
he goes
and walks away.
What?
And turns around and walks away.
And so he's also got little clothes too that you have not put on him.
Well,
just so we could see all of these beautiful. This looks very complicated to put together.
It was.
Look at this thing.
It was just complicated enough that I felt like putting it together on camera would have been a bad idea.
Yeah, because it would have. This is something you need to concentrate. You need to really pay attention to.
It's just all falls apart.
Well, we also have. If we wanted to just serve this, so when we did our live show in, where were we?
Chicago.
We had one of the games that we did at was drinking things that were atrocious.
That live game, by the way, the live game from Chicago.
Yes.
I don't normally pitch Please Watch Critical Role here because, I mean, I don't know how busy you are, and it's a commitment, and that's okay. Boy,
but
is
it's
it
fun.
Okay. It is fun. That Chicago show is absolutely unhinged, and
the best way.
And I recommend it. And there was definitely a D&D meets Double Dare vibe.
Yes,
except like with a touch of cosmic horror and that Terry Gilliam kind of vibe.
Yes,
it was real.
It was real weird, and it was real great.
Loved it.
But we had one of the
tasting.
We had it was like a tasting, but it was a part of, we had to roll for it. It was a whole thing. And
then you had to do a shot and not flinch.
And
they were supposed to get more and more difficult to not flinch through. I feel like they didn't go hard enough.
It was like, I agree with you.
I was ready. I was like,
these are not terrible. I think it was a what's the word I'm looking for? An experiment.
Could have gone harder.
To try, but now we know we can take it a little more.
Oh man, I was ready for so much more.
So we did have shots of Malort.
We did.
Which that was one of the, we had like shots of Tabasco. We had shots of like lemon juice. They weren't that bad. The Malort was awful.
I to be fair, have spent many years. I've spent some time, not many years. I've spent some time developing a immunity to iocane powder, so to speak. It's my Princess Bride. What's
iocane powder?
It's from Princess.
It's
Bride.
from Princess Bride. Okay.
So like the taste of Malort, because I have a bottle of Malort, so I've slowly been like training myself to not wince.
God, I kind of want to try this again.
I'm down to try it.
This is Jeppson's Malort.
Jeppson's, the
liqueur.
original.
This is the original?
So I'm not going to take credit for this because I learned all this from a YouTube video from a lovely Muppet named Chad the Bird.
Chad the Bird.
I love
okay,
Chad
great.
the Bird. Big fan. A Chicago native pink bird Muppet who did a lecture on the history of Malort called Malort, A Love Story.
Wait, this person, Chad the Bird, it's a puppet.
He's a puppet, yeah.
And he does like informational videos?
It's kind of that, yeah, it's that 90s, his vibe is very specific, where it's kind of like that 90s pseudo Bill Hicks bro humor, except that it's modernized. It's like very informative. He knows his shit. It's definitely like a little drunk and a little broy, but because it's a pink bird puppet, it makes it all work. Just pulling it back to be like, it's a bird telling you this. And the bird is like clearly, a drinker, and he's cool, and he's like into it, and he's a big fan of, and he tells you whatever's going on. A lot of like, he does a lot of news. He's really into Batman.
Oh, my
He's done like 2 or
goodness.
3 Batman deep dives. Every week there's a new one.
Chad the Bird.
Chad the Bird. I tried to go see him in Chicago, but the timing was terrible.
So he does live shows there.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
all of his video. Well, some of his videos are like live plays. I've never gone through that because I don't have time. But his like 10-minute lectures on, he does like a lot
Random.
Yeah, it's a lot of like ode to musicians or actors who have recently died, where he'll do like a little
Cool.
wonderful thing or like some weird thing happening in science or something about, he did a whole thing on the history of a word that I won't mention, but it was really interesting because you got to watch it, in my opinion. He did a poem about the Lambda AI, Google's Lambda AI that was kind of great.
Yeah.
But this, he did a whole history of this where like I learned so much about Malort.
I'm gonna open it.
It's not really. It's a stomach remedy.
It is?
Yeah, it's wormwood. It's a wormwood liqueur.
That's
from
why
Sweden.
it tastes so awful.
Yeah, it's one of the main ingredients of absinthe, except it didn't bother to try and hide the flavor.
Taste?
Yeah.
Because the shitty taste of it?
He describes it like 9 different ways. My favorite of his is it's like licking the inside of a Halloween mask.
Yes.
He's very good.
That's very specific, but I get it.
The bird is
it's
a poet.
plasticky.
Yeah, the bird is a poet.
poet.
It's a poet bird.
All right, I'm going to try a little bit of this.
Yeah.
It smells like medicine.
Yeah, it was the wormwood is kills parasites in your gut.
Oh.
And
I'm going to try a little.
It was legal during it's got a whole wonderful history.
Ugh, that is so gross. That is I mean, now knowing that it's medicinal to some degree, I'm okay with it. Maybe I'm going to have another sip actually. Oh, this is him.
Yeah, there he is. That's not his. Oh yeah, that is. That's the. That's
That's
Malort.
Chad the Bird.
That's his Malort rant. It's
wow.
fantastic.
So he stands behind this sort of
Podium.
room divider. Almost.
Yeah. Well, usually he's in a bar.
Okay.
And like it's a similar divider, but he's in a bar. But like this is, I think, a special thing that they did, and he gives good lecture, man. His lectures are just.
Wait, can we hear some of his voice?
Better known by the
Or no?
Swedish word for wormwood, Malort. And though it tasted like somebody soaked a sweat sock in pine salt, your guts were saved. Simpler times, simple pleasures tasted like a dumpster orange.
Oh, he's great. So he's got a fun hey, I'm a bird.
He's a bird, and he'll do like his rhythm is great, and even when he fucks up,
I can't wait
he's
to
hilarious.
watch this.
Oh yeah,
that's totally up my alley.
I've got like my 9 favorite of his. Like I go deep on Chad.
Ugh, amazing.
He's great.
I love that. Okay, I'm gonna have one more
Cheers,
sip.
cheers.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, fine.
Love you.
Hold on, I'll just figure it out. It's like it's like got the texture of like very, very liquid. It's just got it's like a little thick, just a hair, like honey that got diluted and they removed all of the sweet out of it.
All of the sweet.
It's just like rancid. It's
It's
like
rancid
honey
It also
with a bitter kick at the back of that just gets worse.
Yeah, it's gross. It reminds me of they did Jelly Beans. Did a run, and I still might do them, of I think it was Jelly Beans.
I really
Or
have to stop
somebody
this,
did like the Harry Potter
Oh yeah, I remember
Jelly
those.
Beans where it was like earwax and like
I hated
all
that.
the awful. Yeah, they tasted awful.
Yeah, they were terrible.
But this kind of tastes like the earwax.
A
Jelly
little
bean.
bit. And like because I used to make absinthe, I definitely know the taste of wormwood because
You would make absinthe?
Oh yeah,
How?
I've owned several stills in my life, and only one's exploded.
Oh.
No, only one's exploded.
How do they?
About that.
How do they just sort of?
Well, there's a reason you're not supposed to do it. Because if you're not careful, it's supposed to you have to like boil a bunch of ingredients, and then it goes through a thing and cools down, and that's kind of how it's originally done. Is you put a mash, you make like the herbal mash. You put usually it's supposed to be like a hard liquor made out of grape, but like a lot of people just use Everclear. You boil the stuff,
Ugh.
it goes through. Well, I mean, it picks up all of the flavor of what you have in there, and then also wormwood, mugwort, and a few other things that like are like that make you feel weird stuff. And then it also has like a lot of anise and peppermint to hide that flavor. It all steams up,
see.
and then the steam eventually condenses on the other side, so you just get just the oils and not the big mash with the alcohol.
Okay.
But if you accidentally don't have anywhere for the pressure to go as you boil all the liquor, it is a giant bomb made of either copper or glass, depending on what you're doing. Mine was glass, and I was not in the room at the time.
But it was inside?
No, it was outdoors, but it definitely, it snapped, and it didn't thankfully explode like a bomb going off. It just shattered. Very expensive,
Just popped.
irreplaceable.
Oh,
Because
no.
it was like a scientific glass, which means I bought it at a swap meet because I'm technically not supposed to have it. So I was like, oh, fuck.
You're like, well, we tried.
Yeah, eventually I got like a little copper one and we did a bit more. But yeah, me and my roommate at the time, he was an amazing researcher, and we had an amazing recipe for absinthe, but we didn't, it was French, and we didn't, and hundreds of years old, we didn't have the weights quite right, so it ended up being like way too much mugwort and wormwood, so it was just very, oh my God.
What's the thing in absinthe where they're like, you're going to see a green fairy?
That's the mugwort and the wormwood.
Is that real?
So.
Yeah, tell me.
No.
Because whenever I had tried, like when I tried absinthe when I was younger, I was like, all I want is to see Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
Tinkerbell. To see a fairy.
Tinkerbell comes with other medicinals, sadly.
Yes,
but
Tinkerbell does come with other medicinals, and I've seen her.
She's not down with the absinthe.
No, she's not down with the absinthe.
But yeah, mostly what it is, I found after drinking, I have like 2 inches in an Orangina bottle as the last of the original run of my absinthe, and I just stare at it and smell it every now and then, and I was like, damn, that's good. It was real good.
Oh, man.
A lot of absinthe that you probably had is very, very low in those
in the mugwort and the wormwood.
Yeah, or none at all. Yeah,
okay.
Mugwort and wormwood. There's like one other too that some people do. But
is it an actual worm?
No, it's called wormwood because it's wood that kills worms.
I understand.
Yeah, it kills the worms that are in your gut. So it's
and does it really?
Yeah. I actually
just found this out the other day that apparently we're just like full of worms.
Oh yeah, you don't want to think about that.
That makes me like want to. I don't know.
There's all sorts. I mean, like you know about there's stuff in your eyebrow. There's
what do you mean?
The little teddy bears. What are they called?
Tardigrades?
Tardigrades. You got tardigrades.
Wait, what do you mean they're in your eyebrows?
They're in your eyelashes. It's like a lot. Those
I don't mind as much.
Yeah,
but knowing that there's like worms crawling around inside my body, like floating around.
Some of them are good. Most of them are bad. Yeah, and you got.
Do we all have them?
I'm pretty sure, and like bacterial stacks, and we all have weird. You know, we're a metropolis.
So much. But wormwood kills those.
It definitely helps kill the stuff that would
So I want to drink absinthe from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed to make them disappear.
So the absinthe tastes.
This is great medical advice, by the way.
Yeah, you should
totally
just
make sure that
Yeah, no. Absinthe, it tastes much better. It
tastes much better than this.
It's still, rough for a lot of people.
Ugh,
oh,
man.
That's hitting.
Yeah, it is hitting.
But the mugwort and the wormwood, I find, are like have a stimulant vibe. So I get like the artist thing where you get drunk, but you're really awake. You don't get the sleepy aspect of it. So like you can get the aspects of getting drunk, but you're still awake enough to like get creative work done. You're just a sloppy ass.
So is that why they were like, oh yeah, you're going to see this green fairy?
Yeah, I think that was just like I think that was just an attempt to like get hot people to come over and drink.
I mean,
and it would work.
We've always been trying.
Yeah, no, it's it was, and the whole ritual of like setting it on fire or putting the sugar in or doing all that is just very,
it's just fun.
It's fun.
Do you have a drink of choice? I feel like you're a gin man.
I am.
You like a lot of gin.
I do.
Which you've introduced me to some gins that I
had
really
my druthers. I found a good one when we were in Florida, but for that thing. But like my favorite I've ever had is a Tasmanian pepperberry gin.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was it spicy?
Yeah, it came in a can. Didn't even need any
Came in a can?
I was just shocked as anybody.
Jeez.
I almost tried to buy a keg, but at the time I was poor.
Jeez. Tasmanian berry gin.
Yeah. Pepperberry, yeah.
All right, I'm going to give this one last sip to kill any worms in my body.
Yeah, just kill some worms. It never hurts. But that's a face. Oh yeah, it's like a black hole.
Disgusting.
It creates a little black hole at the back of your throat, and your whole face tries to just enter into it and fold in.
It's so gross.
I'm developing an immunity.
I brought a couple things
Yeah.
today to share with you and everybody here.
Yeah.
I'm
excited.
One thing, I mean, I'm going to be bragging a little here, everybody. So
Your brags are my favorite brags.
Let's just wait on this. I thought I wanted to add, I know.
I didn't. I just saw a hint.
I wanted to add this to the set because I was a really big fan of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked them for an autograph, a signed picture.
That looks like a headshot.
It is.
Oh, boy.
And I met them in person.
Oh, boy.
Went to a signing at Planet Hollywood.
Oh, wow. Which just the greatest of the ridiculous
Is Planet
theme
Hollywood
restaurants.
still around?
It can't be.
It's got to be. I think it is. I think there are some.
I feel like there's
one in
left
Florida.
in Dubai is what it
Yeah, or
sounds
something
like.
like that. So, get ready for this. Coolio
Whoa.
gave me a signed photograph.
Here, I'm going to move our robot so we can...
I am. Oh, wait. I
Move
have
our
a...
robot.
Where's this thing? Hold on. Stand by.
This is so you.
So I am trying, maybe I will try to find this photo actually, because I took a picture with him and I couldn't find it, but maybe I'll try to find it and we can put it up in post. So this was, I don't know what year,
I mean...
but, we lost our little peg.
There should be there.
Oh, wait.
It needs to fold down. Here, I'll do it.
folds out.
I got it. This thing has... Since I brought this thing from my house, I know all of its weird
Yeah,
quirks.
so I met,
There we are.
I'm pretty sure that says to Ashley,
Yeah,
be
no.
sweet. Coolio.
And have you
And-
been sweet?
I think this was 99.
Oh, wow.
Is that right? Is that a 99 or am I making that
There
up?
is-
Is
that
just
was a year.
squiggle? That feels...
That's his last name.
It's his last name? What's his last name?
Mr. 99.
Wait, what's Coolio's...
I'll look it up for you.
Leo?
Cool Leo.
Cool Leo? Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, right
I understand
there.
what I
it
just
didn't
did,
hit
and
me
that
either.
was a really good joke, Max.
I don't think it's a 99.
I don't think it's...
Artist Leon Ivy Jr. was Coolio's full name. And tell us for the people
Maybe
who
it
are
is.
patient like us.
Yes.
Who's Coolio?
So, yes.
Who's
So, Coolio was a hip-hop rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And a good one at that.
Yeah,
he was
a
very
staple of the genre.
He was a staple of the genre. Very cool.
Mm.
I had a crush on him.
Nice.
So when I
Very
met
fair.
him, I was very nervous, and I think maybe I was a little nervous about the picture and finding it because he did tell me to throw up some signs for the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what they were, and I'm pretty sure it's going to affect probably that. Yes,
I
probably
just
that.
assumed it was probably live long and prosper. I don't know.
I mean, that was my go-to,
Or,
but he was
double
like,
finger.
I feel like I did do this, and he was like, no. He's like, let me tell you what to do.
Oh, no.
So it might have just been a simple West Coast.
Hilarity.
But, just prepare yourselves if I do find the picture and we get to throw it up at some point.
It's a simpler time.
Please don't be mad at me. He made me do it, and I had to do what he told me
Yeah.
because I was in love with him,
No,
and I
clearly.
was trying to seal the deal.
But
I didn't.
That's a solid crush. I'm into it.
Yeah, it's a solid crush.
That's a solid
He was
celebrity
just
crush.
like, ugh. So yeah, so I just was really proud of this. I found it and was very excited about it.
I want to like. It's a good photo, even though he's sullen. And what is this Tommy boy?
He's very
Actually,
sullen. This is what I think is funny about the photo. He's not looking in the lens.
No,
he's
looking
just
down.
looking down. And
He's deep in thought.
yeah, he's just deep in thought. But I love that he saw this photo and was like, "Can that be my picture for signing autographs?" I don't know. So we're gonna pop him up somewhere. We'll put him at a better spot.
For now, he can watch over us.
My boy.
Man,
Yeah. So I brought that.
that's solid.
I also ran by my mother's because she always gives me some treats and
The
treasures.
back of that magazine already is making me happy.
I know. So she had kept a Star tabloid magazine that I guess I'm in. She said she's pretty sure that I'm in it.
Have you marked a page or have you
I
not?
have no page marks.
Oh,
but
wow.
we have this lovely Newport cigarette.
You know, I
ad in the
feel like a 13-year-old me would have really felt like smoking after seeing that ad.
Yeah, you see that and you're like, I want
That's
to
the
be
vibe.
playing in the snow with an umbrella.
I wish that was my older brother and sister right there.
Well,
they seem cool.
They are
No.
pretty cool. So I was looking through this. I couldn't find myself
I
yet.
see Cher.
I see Cher.
These things were so awful.
This article I was really excited about reading.
Oh boy.
And
should you read the title?
The title is Bob Saget warns, I won't work with this brat.
And it's the child actor there.
And it was Jodie
Sweetin.
Little Jodie Sweetin is so anxious she bursts into tears when she's brought to the studio, says a source on the Full House set. So this is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So the poor girl is anxious, and they kept bringing her to work. So this is a sad. I mean,
this is the internet before we had internet. This like 90% of this is just made up or whatever. You know, this is most of this
none
is
of
just
this probably isn't
trash.
real. She was probably not difficult to work with.
No.
I remember meeting her. I
Seemed
remember
fine.
meeting those Full House kids.
I'm sure.
And they were great.
Yeah,
They were great.
The list of difficult child actors I ever met was a very short list, and she was. I don't think I ever met her, but yeah.
A source does say the real problem isn't Jodie.
That's fair.
It's Bob. He calls her names and tugs. She tugs at his hair.
Keep going.
In
That was getting weird. Thank you.
What he doesn't understand is that Jodie's just acting like any other 8-year-old.
Oh,
See?
I hate
and then
it
you start
already.
getting into the article and you're like, wait, this doesn't
This
even
is
mean
a
anything.
terrible article already. It just makes me sad.
If Bob Saget gets his way, Full House won't be as crowded. He might get rid of his TV daughter. Wow.
And the
that
rest
never
is
happens.
history.
The rest is history. So let's see what else we got here. I love an old tabloid so much. Oh, we got the tummy, as seen on TV, the tummy sizer method. This is cool.
That's not the one
I
with
bet it
Suzanne.
works.
No, Suzanne Summers.
We got.
She had another one.
We got. Who's this? Kelsey Grammer. Cheers, shrink.
Yeah.
I was high on coke when sitcom took Boston by storm.
Oh Lord.
You're all suffering from mass psychosis, a stoned Kelsey Grammer told the Boston crowd. Good for him. Ooh. Tatum O'Neal. I don't know if you guys have
Nobody
seen...
knows Tatum
Yeah,
O'Neal,
you
I
guys
don't
are probably too young, but Paper Moon
Yeah.
was a fantastic movie made in the 70s.
Yeah.
Was a film... I actually just watched it maybe a month or two ago.
No kidding.
It's so good.
Good to know.
Go watch Paper
Been a
Moon.
while.
It's black and white, but it was made in the 70s. But this guy here, her dad, he plays, he's in the movie, and then they put his daughter in the movie, and she ended up winning an Oscar. But when she was nominated, her dad didn't go because he was jealous that he wasn't nominated. I don't know. So we hear of these stories. None of this could be true. But I'm trying to find myself here. You know what's going to be really funny is if I'm not in here at all.
It would be even worse if I was. I would hate to find out this way.
Or if it's just a real, oh wow,
What?
look at this.
Oh no.
We got a before and after of Jack Nicholson.
Oh, these always make me sad.
Oh, Joker Jack loses 42 pounds on secret diet cocktail.
Oh, well, it's gin.
It's
we
gin.
all know it's just gin.
Yes,
Oh, well.
it's just gin. He plans to market it and makes it the basis for a Jack Nicholson diet book. Friends say the cocktail consists of raw eggs, bubbling mineral water, plus an ingredient or two he's keeping to himself.
That's just asking for salmonella or something.
That
That's
doesn't
terrible.
sound like a
And
good thing
and honestly,
to do.
his diet book could have done better.
Did he have one?
No.
Oh, I see.
God, no.
Well, how do we know he didn't?
I feel like I would have heard
Maybe
of
he
that.
did.
Maybe he did, but I really feel like that would have been brought to my attention.
I feel like that would have been brought to her.
There's one of my favorite black and white films, The Thin Man, which I constantly push, has my favorite tabloid joke.
Oh yes, you were saying you had a tabloid
at
joke.
one point in the film he gets shot. This is the only joke. If you're waiting to see the film, like just ignore this for 10 seconds, just mute it. This is your warning. Where his wife, he's like, yeah, the paper said you were shot 3 times, and his wife said, yeah, I read you were shot 5 times in the tabloids. He said, that's not true. We didn't get anywhere near my tabloids. So always made me happy.
That's a good joke.
It's a good, especially for the 30s. My God.
I found it.
Hey.
So this is an article.
How's the photo of you?
Toddler. It's very small, so you might not see
That's
me.
okay. You were
That's
very
fine.
small.
Toddlers are the new superstars in TV ratings battle.
I'm dying.
Did you guys know that I was a superstar? Because I am. So basically, it had all the different kids at the time that were on the television. We had, of course, the major hit, these two.
Oh, the twins.
The twins.
Yes.
Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen.
Ashley and Mary-Kate.
Who are great. And then, where am I? Oh, I'm over here. I'm just hanging out over here. Just like being a little baby. Just like sitting on a couch,
how
being
tiny?
a kid.
I gotta see.
I'm probably 6. So playing Chrissy,
please.
the youngest Seaver on ABC's Growing Pains, has been a dream come true for Ashley Johnson. 7. I was 7. Right here with co-star Jeremy Miller. In 1987, she met show heartthrob Kirk Cameron. She told him about her dream of making it in show business.
Is that true?
No.
No. Okay.
Kirk gave her an autographed photo, which she still has.
Where is it? Ashley?
I don't know if I have it. I wish I would have seen that.
Was this a real thing?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
It doesn't seem like it.
This seems weird.
But we got Mayim Bialik.
Mm-hmm.
We got Jaleel White.
I need to see. Okay.
We've got this little cutie, Tatiana Ali.
Oh, that is you're adorable down there. That's great.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah.
And they brought me on at the time because originally on Growing Pains she was a baby for the first 5 seasons, and then they were like, we need more to work with. So
yeah, you need a toddler's funnier. Yeah, because they can actually do line reading.
Toddlers are the superstars of TV.
That's fair. They're better than babies.
Learned from Star. So I just was really.
Babies have bad timing.
I mean, I made it into a Star tabloid. It's small, but I'm there.
It is. No, you're there, and it has a blurb, and the blurb is bullshit, which means it's the best tabloid.
Which means it's a tabloid.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Ooh, and there's star scopes.
Oh, no.
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn?
Oh, yeah.
Can I read this for you?
Yes, please.
Well, this is for the week beginning February. This is February.
February of what year?
February of...
I need to think back.
1991.
Okay, I remember 91. Let's roll.
Okay. Capricorn.
Yeah.
Wait, when is your birthday again?
January 19th.
Okay, so you're right on the last day of Capricorn.
Cusp, yeah.
So wait, what would be your next? Oh, Aquarius is next?
Yeah.
So do you have Capricorn?
No. I am.
You're just straight Capricorn?
Oh yeah, I'm like quintuple. It's like my mother does astrology, as anybody who listens to other stuff we make now knows.
Yes, your mom is amazing.
Yeah. So.
All right. So we've got Capricorn. Expect frustrations with authority figures.
Yeah.
On the 4th. Be cautious with friends and money on the 5th and 6th. Secrets come out on the 7th and 8th.
Hard to remember.
Sunday is the best day as the week ends on an upbeat, happy note. And that's it. There was junior high school, so I somehow doubt that about Sunday, but the rest is kind of kicking reasonably. But this other amazing part of the star scope that they have is a star meter. So if your star shines brightly at color bar 10, you will be capable of success.
Oh my God!
In every area of your life during the next month ahead.
Or there's a heat wave. I don't know, because it looks like it's 102 degrees on like during Sagittarius.
Well, I'm sure
really
this
the vibe I'm getting.
It does, but this really feels like. Was your star meter high?
I don't know.
Let's see. If you are at the 0 level, it's time to exercise caution.
Boo.
The picture of the month gets brighter as your star rises.
No
from
one's at
levels 2 to
0
10.
there.
I don't even know what a star meter is.
No.
But let's see. You're a Capricorn.
Yeah.
So let me find you. Your star meter is at a 9. So.
I mean, I was doing okay. It was junior high.
Were you doing okay? I'm going to read mine.
I feel like February we might have been in the middle of a production of Godspell. That's pretty solid.
What was my star meter?
Can't believe.
Oh, our star meters were the same.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're both at 9.
Yeah, good times for child actors.
Oh my God, you can dial your horoscope and call this number. Wait, I'm going to call this number right now. I'm going to see if this works. It's a 900 number.
No, don't. Stop.
Okay, 1-900 896 2011. We're calling. What's her name?
Don't even fuck around.
Lori Brady.
You put that speakerphone on right now.
To Verizon Wireless, your call cannot be completed as
Boo.
Boo. Damn.
I'm gonna look her up on no.
Lori Brady, if
I'm
she's
not
still
looking at
doing astrology. Mine was work challenges around the 4th. Family problems are possible on the 5th and 6th. Friends are feisty on the 7th and 8th.
Could mean anything.
Avoid real estate arguments on the 9th.
Ooh, Laura Brady died.
Oh, I had a feeling.
Sorry, guys.
In 2016.
Oh, man.
We missed our shot.
Yeah. Well, it was 95 cents a minute anyway, so we don't have the
I think it's
we don't
still
have
going.
the budget for that.
Did you hang up?
I
Okay,
did.
Good. All right.
I
It
hung
looked
up.
like it was still going.
So yeah, so it's I love looking through these old magazines. I also brought another old magazine,
Oh my God.
which is
Did you ever end up? By the way, have we talked about any like the weird teen beat? Like.
oh hell yes, and I have so many of those that I also want to bring in.
I've got to find. I was in like one or two of them briefly, and I've been looking for it forever. And
Please find
I
them.
know. I meant to bug my mom about it because I don't think she'll actually remember because this is not the sort of thing she remembers. But maybe.
But I mean,
You never know.
you should.
I really need to.
So I'm not in this, but I brought this because I used to love this magazine. It was called Jane Magazine.
Okay.
And it was like late 90s, early 2000s. And I was reading through this. So I like to see, at the time. This is 2006, Jane. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And there was an article in here that I passed by that I just thought was
97.
so funny.
All right. I have to set what age I am in any year so that I can remember what the vibe was.
So this, of course, there are just beautiful pictures here of Heidi Klum. She's on the cover.
Wow, that locks into time.
Yes, locks into time.
There's so many names that I'm just hoping no one Googles.
Yeah, well, I mean,
oh man.
or Google and have a great time.
Or go down a wiki.
They had this, what do you call it? Like segment, I guess, every month where they would have the same 5 questions we always ask. And so this
Vanity
one
Fair.
was an article of Chris Carrabba of Dashboard Confessional.
I know none of this.
Dashboard Confessional was who sang the "Your hair, it's everywhere, screaming infidelities." Do you guys know any of this?
Emo band.
The most emo band,
Okay,
very
this
emo.
This might be beyond my time.
Wait, do they also do "Hey There, Delilah"? No, that's somebody else.
Thank you.
That's Plain White Tees. Excuse me, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go,
Google
yeah.
it, whatever. Do the thing. But I was reading through this because
Yes.
sometimes I look at these old magazines
Yes.
to, reminisce on the past.
Are we going to answer these questions ourselves?
We could. These are
Yeah.
the 5 questions that they would always ask in this magazine.
Okay.
So I figured we could do this. But also his answers are amazing.
I really want to know his answers.
So
as well.
the first
I wanna
question
be-
is, what word makes you cringe when you hear it?
Oh God, I don't know. That's a terrible
I
question.
love words. Sometimes I feel like it's obvious to pick the word moist.
Yeah, that's.
But I kinda love moist.
Moist doesn't really bother me.
It doesn't bother me either, and I
No.
like how uncomfortable it makes people.
Agreed.
Because people just get... I don't feel like I have a word that makes
Mm.
me cringe.
No, I'm trying to think. There's probably some terrible corporate lingo thing like synergize. Synergize is pretty bad.
Synergize or synergy makes me feel a
Yeah,
little...
synergy feels weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
You know
had to-
another word I kind of don't like? Evergreen.
Evergreen. I've had to
Because
get
it's another like corporate, those where you're like, I don't really know what it means.
I've had to get over influencer. I've always hated that word, but
That's a bad
I've
word.
learned to just breathe through it now.
Yeah, you
'Cause
just
it's
sort of
here and I
breathe
can't
through.
fight it.
Well, Chris Carrabba says
Mm-hmm.
his least favorite word
Yeah,
is curfew.
that's fair.
Or in other words, bus call, the party's over.
Fair.
It's tight.
Honestly, I'm into it.
All right, the second question.
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you die? I mean, we've kind of talked about this.
We have a bit. I figure I honestly just see the movie All That Jazz. That's what I think. Just everyone.
All That Jazz?
Everyone go and just go watch All That Jazz. That's what I think happens.
Wait, who's in All That Jazz?
Bob Fosse.
Well, it's Roy Scheider as Bob Fosse. As Bob Fosse makes kind of a pseudo autobiographical film, except he directs his own death.
Whoa,
It's great.
cool.
I love the movie. Yeah, it's a great vibe. It is a genre that is kind of dead, which is the a delightful afternoon spent with a man who knows he's a terrible piece of shit, which means that he can get away with acting like a piece of shit through the film, and everyone's cool with it. But it's great.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
a-
feel like we've covered that question.
and it's musical.
Yes.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
Yeah, it's because
Yes.
he's taking too many wake up pills. So every morning it's the water. It's just Showtime, and he's just getting worse and worse and worse as
He's just
like,
getting more and more
taking
unhinged.
so much medicinal speed to keep working. It's a great film. There's amazing music and dancing, and it's.
I actually have always want to see it. I'll watch it.
I own it. It's hard to find on the internet, but I have it.
Well, when asked, what do you think happens when you die to Chris Carrabba?
Oh yeah, we didn't do you.
I've been watching. Well, I don't know. I feel like you and I have done an episode about death and where we go when we die, and probably know where it's over. So anyway, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe you go to the next, whatever the next thing is.
That's the next thing. Is
which sounds promising.
Yeah.
But he says, I've been watching Big Love lately.
Whoa.
So the question's been on my mind. Utah is a strange place. It looks the way I assume heaven is going to look.
He thinks you're going to go to Utah?
Utah's going to look. If heaven looks like Utah, I mean, parts of Utah are beautiful, of course. Like the national parks, we got Zion, we got all this. But like Utah is a city. Like I think about Salt Lake, and I'm like, if that's what heaven looks like, I mean, I think I'll pass.
I keep thinking about the Monty Python Meaning of Life film where they just go to like the weird Vegas show where they sing Christmas in Heaven, and it's just a terrible, like it's just this awful like low rent Vegas casino is what heaven is.
Whoa.
I don't know. It kind of throws me.
Wait, what is this one?
It's a Monty Python.
Oh yes.
They updated it for the Reefer Madness the musical. They did. I think they actually have improved it. They do a version of that for Reefer Madness the musical.
Yes.
That's
yes,
even
it's
more
the same. Yeah.
batshit.
My life is like, okay, I sort of am invited to the cool parties, but I don't know what to say. So I end up sitting in the corner. So if there is a heaven, I'll not just be invited, but also included and in the dance party.
That's the most emo thing I've
I know, isn't it? I love it so much.
I can hear him flicking his hair away from his eye, like the whole thing. But like, I don't think does he have that hair? No.
So the next question, when was the last time you pulled an all-nighter? I mean, we do it a lot.
It was a different time.
People
had time to sleep back then.
Well, his answer, which might be my favorite of this whole group of questions. Last Saturday, we ended up in upstate New York at a booty dance bar.
Okay.
The owner knew who we were and ushered us into the back room. It was wall to wall, beautiful women. Women who, on any given day, would give me no attention whatsoever. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. No, but we were in that room, so they were like, hi, can we take pictures? Before we knew it, we were walking out at 6 a.m. What do you think they did? What do you think they did in that private back room till 6 a.m.?
I think they
board games?
I think they drank overpriced champagne.
And just they probably just had such a good time.
That's also not an all-nighter. All-nighter is when you work all night.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's working for the weekend. That means you're working through it.
But I love that he was like, I had an all-nighter. I went to a booty dance bar, which is I love that he calls it.
I will admit there's something delicious about like getting like when the bouncer knows who you are, or like even if it's just like old friend kind of thing, like all right, skip the line. Like that always is like a little. I will admit you do
feel a little cool.
It is my favorite weird little pompous moment.
See, that makes me
I like that.
I know that feeling. That does make me uncomfortable.
I mean, you got to be cool about it. You can't be a dick about it.
But I always just feel like I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm getting preferential treatment here.
But you know why you're getting preferential treatment.
All right, question 4.
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer this because this is a little personal.
No, I'm excited.
Where's the craziest place you've ever had sex?
I don't know if I want to answer that.
No, we don't have to answer that. I won't answer that, but
I mean, also like I wouldn't even know how to answer that because there's a lot of different ways to take that.
Yeah, there is.
I mean,
well, Chris says in an abandoned movie theater in a balcony. I think it was in Detroit, but I can't recall. Nothing was playing on the screen. We were all the action.
that was delightfully cringy. And I say that with so much love and respect.
I love it so much.
I kind of hope it's not true more than I hope it is, just because it's such a. Yeah.
I know. I was just like, this is one of those things. This is why I always get nervous to do interviews, is because sometimes when you do interviews, they have to truncate it. They have to sort of make what you say sound a little more to fit.
It doesn't come out right.
No. And you're like, I didn't say it like that. So I'm very curious to see if the last question isn't very exciting. So
you just have to say the last. Okay. That's
well,
fair.
no, I'll say it. It's exciting, but I really just loved that last.
That last one was amazing.
The last question is, which I feel like this is not the same 5 questions they would always ask, but this was specific to him. Would you rather grow up to be a haggard rock star, a la Keith Richards, or bow out while you're still hot?
I mean, getting haggard is fun.
Yes.
But my back hurts.
And also Keith Richards is hot.
Yeah, no, haggard can
in his
haggard
own
is
way.
its own hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like burled wood.
Yeah, like burled wood.
Everyone likes burled wood.
Yeah. You see it and you're like, yeah, that's not smooth like a nice
character.
rosewood, but the burl wood has
It's seen
just
more shit
beautiful
than I ever
character.
will.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
I'm
the most interesting man in the world is very burled wood. If you remember those commercials.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very burled.
Let's hear what he said.
Yeah.
That's tough. If I go now, I'll be remembered as a man with a thick head of hair and a low body fat index. I guess this actually is a pretty good answer. But I think the point is more that you'll end up looking like Homer Simpson. You do your reunion show and you can barely get your guitar strap around your fat belly and you have a fishing hat on and you're playing the state fair. I think that might be my future. I've already got the hat.
God, I fucking love a state fair.
I love a state fair too.
Ugh.
So
I'd be down for that.
do we need to do that for a touching grass? We should go in the LA County. Have you been in the LA County Fair?
Oh yeah, I mean, like up until somewhat recently, I would go all the time. So once every year at least, if not twice.
It's so fun.
Patches, belt buckles, and then Danny Carr and I had an annual trip we were doing for. Danny Carr, who you would know if you
the lovely
follow
Danny Carr, our lore keeper for
Critical Role.
Critical Role.
But yeah, we had a semi-annual go to the LA County Fair trip.
Oh my gosh.
Good time.
My favorite part is seeing the little piglets.
Oh, did you watch the race?
Yes.
You watched the race of the pigs?
Yeah.
It's good time.
It's the best. But the little piglets and their little curly Q tails and their little noises that they're making.
I'm there for the table setting competitions. It's always real fierce.
They do a table setting competition?
Oh man, that's
Wait,
cutthroat.
I didn't know that.
That shit's real cutthroat.
I love table setting.
Oh, people go all out. It's really. It sounds. I know what it sounds like. Except that like the table settings are often themed and extremely overdone. Like it's like someone spent way too much, went way over budget on like a high school diorama.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I don't entirely understand the judging system because I always feel that they really like that. That not necessarily the wrong person won because I don't believe in that, but there's definitely like I do not understand the rules.
Yeah, of like, why is this one better than this one?
The pageantry of this one.
Yes.
Just is,
I think it's the measurement between the forks, how much spacing there is.
Yeah, it could be very Olympic in that level of you really went to town on fabric and lighting, but your forks are misplaced.
Your forks are misplaced. They're a centimeter off. I love watching.
And the kids' art, too.
Table decorating competitions. I also love bed making competitions. I don't know if you've ever seen these where they like make the bed extremely fast and like taut. Like whenever I make my bed, I feel like I make it like I'm in the military. Like I want a coin to bounce off of it.
I throw the blanket from the bottom of the bed to the top and I don't even watch it land.
You're just see you later.
It's the surprise I have later. It's not pretty, but
I always like I will make my bed even if I'm just about to get into it. I'm one of those. Like if I didn't make the bed before it, because I like getting into a fresh bed.
Yeah, I do. I like it too. It seems like time I never spend. I don't know. I end up spending that time walking up and down my stairs because I forgot my keys 3 times. That's all my bed. That's all my bed making time.
So relatable, Taliesin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I have that many stairs to walk up, who has time for making a bed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
I think we should, before we're almost getting to an hour here, but
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
think we should do is answer some of these questions that we
yeah.
got from our mailbag.
Speaking of having the attention span of a park squirrel, let's
Yes.
let's look at mail.
And look at these, you guys. Look at these cards.
The crew
that the crew had made.
They made
like
little
we're
cards.
a real show or something. Like for real. Okay. Oh, this is such a great start already. So,
Shall I read this?
Yes, you read this.
This is from @ColeAlexArt.
Great.
Hey, Tal and Ashley, longtime listener, first time caller.
Love it.
I'm
Love
so
it
glad
already.
that we get to start there. That's
Me
really
too.
my heart.
My heart is
leaps.
has swollen.
If you could have your characters, any of them, drawn in the style of any 80s, 90s cartoon, which would you choose? Now I feel like the which would you choose is a little vague here because of the sentence construction, so I'm going to take it as both.
Okay.
Which character and which cartoon, which might have been the point.
Okay.
So I think we need to choose both.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to try and avoid the
Okay.
obscure anime because I want everybody to enjoy this. So I'm going to walk away from it.
Why not? You can use
like,
your obscure anime.
I mean, it's a little down there, but yeah. Well, I'll start with something American. You go first. I don't
Okay. I'm going to go
Mhm.
with, I would pick Yasha,
know.
who was a character, for anybody who doesn't know, it was a character that we played in our campaign too.
Mhm.
I played a barbarian. She was she was an ASMR, so she had wings. She was just like the coolest character. I would have it be in the style or in, do you remember Aeon Flux?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's
oh
what I
wow,
would pick.
you're going hard. All right.
That's what I would choose. And that's 80s, 90s, right?
Oh yes,
90s?
you are correct.
Okay.
You are dead on.
That's what I'm going to go with because I
man.
loved that art. I loved that show.
No, the whole vibe.
The whole vibe was so weird, and I feel like it would really line up with Yasha's aesthetic.
I would say that I would like to see any of my characters drawn in the style of the anime version of the Count of Monte Cristo, which is
Wait, this was a cartoon?
yeah, it was
What?
amazing.
Can I see? Let me see.
Yeah.
Wait, they made that into an animated
They
series?
made man, I
love the story of the
my
Count of
brain
Monte
goes
Cristo.
real deep in that direction, and I will say in a more specific one. Well, we'll do this, and then I'll be specific about a character.
Okay.
No, not yet. No.
Oh, there we go. Wow.
Oh yeah, right.
The lighting is so cool.
I love this.
It's dark.
I love this style so much.
Set against the backdrop of 5053 Paris, a supernatural tale. It went away. I couldn't read it that fast.
Yeah.
Wait, so this was like Count of Monte Cristo, but in
It
Modern
it starts
future?
there and kind of like it's not. They were saying like a little bit of like it is not Dumas. It just jumps off at that point and
you mean
turns into
Dumbass.
a wonderful
Alexander Dumbass.
Alexander
It's a
Dumas.
great book.
Yeah.
I love the story of Count of Monte Cristo.
I do too.
So that'd be putting that in sort of that setting is really cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful and it's a good time and it's some
Wow,
of the most
look at
beautiful art
this.
I've ever seen and it breaks my heart it breaks my heart that we don't do things like this.
It's strange too, because like as the coat was moving, there was like lettering. It looks like multimedia
Yeah,
in a
it's
way.
it's very layered.
I'm gonna watch that.
And then yeah, I would be great with Caduceus done in the style of like Spartacus and the Sun Beneath, like either like the Sun Beneath the Sea or actually Mysterious Cities of Gold, like any of that French 80s anime would rock my world. 80s 90s anime would rock my world.
Damn, that would be cool.
Yeah, he would look great in either of them.
Yeah, Caduceus would look great in any of them.
Yeah.
You're so good at designing characters.
Bless you.
And our next question
Yeah, let's
from
do another
Anna.
one. We got time.
What were your favorite weird go-to films growing up? Personally, I was always a fan of Labyrinth and The Last Mimsy. Do you have any childhood films that you still watch today? Ooh, what a great
Tons.
question,
I don't
Anna.
even know where to start.
Yeah.
So many.
Boy. You know what I used to okay, so there were two movies that when I was working on Growing Pains, bringing it back around.
Yeah.
I would watch two films every day. Or I would watch one or the other, and I would either order for lunchtime, I would order pizza, pepperoni pizza, or I would order angel hair pasta. And I would watch Peter Pan, which
Animated?
definitely is animated, which
Okay.
is problematic and
Yeah,
does not
yeah,
hold
you know,
up.
it-
No,
you know,
when you
it knows what it is.
rewatching it when you have nieces and nephews, and you're like,
Uh-oh. Yeah, no.
wow, this is not great.
It's due for it would be an easy thing to update. I've thought about it a lot. It's one of those things where I'm like, man, I would
Yeah,
love
but
to.
I always get weird with those things. Like
I could do a
that's
great one.
you could
Oh yeah, I got a whole idea in my head.
for Peter Pan.
Like if Peter Pan meets Lost, it'd be great. It's like
Ooh.
a dark. It's like a whole. I think it would make a really great like dark cosmic horror story.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But the thing is, like, I do love the story of Peter Pan, and I always have as a kid of like going somewhere else. You're going to Neverland, where it's like all these kids and it's just mayhem, and you can do whatever you want. So I think there was like an appeal to that as a kid, which was the same. There was also a Twilight Zone episode that I used to watch all the time.
Which one?
Which was we watched Twilight Zone
Big
as
in that.
kids all the time. Well, that was on in our house always. But it was the episode. I'm blanking on the name right now, but it was when the kids. There were two kids, boy and a girl. And the parents were fighting all the time, and they would swim to the bottom of their pool, and they would come up in a lake, and it would be like a world like Neverland. It was a really strange episode, but I loved it, and I don't know why I'm blanking on it. But the little girl, her voice was redubbed. So it's the whole episode is it feels wonky and weird, but I liked it as a kid. I would watch that, and then I would watch Moonwalker. With Michael Jackson.
Wow, like a
And
series of bizarre vignettes there.
Yeah, I was
Phenomenal.
obsessed with that movie.
Yeah,
Like I can quote it from beginning to end.
They made a video game for it. Like
Yes,
it has
they
its own
did.
video game. It was that deep at the
Yeah.
time.
Yes, they did. Those were like I haven't watched Moonwalker in a while, but
It's a vignette film. I'm sure that like vignette films tend to be great.
yeah,
You know, you can't linger long enough for anything to fall apart.
yeah, those were two go-tos as a kid. And Alien,
Oh, Alien's great.
which is still one of my favorite movies, and that was those were my.
Wow, you were an Aliens kid. I was
an
too
Alien
phobic
kid.
as a child to watch like a horror film. Well, that's not true. I would go for children's horror. I was really, really a big fan of kids horror.
What is that? Like, what would that be considered?
I mean, like like the most distilled version of is the 2 minutes of Willy Wonka where they're in the tunnel.
Oh,
Like
yes.
that is where it's like, you know, cosmic horror for kids. Woo!
Willy Wonka was another one I watched
love
a lot.
Wonka.
Love it.
My big ones. I mean, in that vibe, and I also my family was really big into film, so like I watched
sure.
so many movies all the time.
Yeah.
Return to Oz, Fairuza Balk's Return to Oz, I believe is what it was called.
Hell yes.
That's deep in my
That
psyche.
is so good. The monkeys were so scary in that.
Who knew rollerblades could be so fucking
Yes.
awful? Like
Yes.
I was like terrified of rollerblades
and
for years.
Fairuza Balk. Oh, queen.
Oh, with the head.
Yes.
The head thing was amazing. I was
Oh,
delighted.
That was the
yes.
worst nightmare I ever had in my life.
Yes.
So there's a villain who
Oh
has
my
a
God, I wanna
collection that has
rewatch
like
that.
a walk-in closet full of heads, and she just changes whatever face and hair she feels like wearing that day, which is just people whose faces and heads she's collected because she likes the
That's
vibe.
right.
Yeah, hey, rollerblades.
Those monkeys scared me so bad.
Oh yeah, they are.
They
This
had the
this.
sand and they
Look
threw
at
the
her.
sand over that.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
this film is a delightful
This is child's horror for
Oz
sure.
horror fest, and
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
every damn minute of it.
Frank Oz directed it.
That's
Yeah.
so scary.
I love it, and
I
and
love
she's
it.
so good.
She was so great
and
in
then she
this.
finds an anthropomorphic couch, which is also terrible.
Yes.
It makes you feel bad because you eventually
How cool
grow to
those
love
helmets were. Like, what a cool idea. The
Yeah.
costuming was so great in this. Look at that.
Oh,
The
every
weird
moment.
chords, incredible.
I had a bunch of. I was into The Last Unicorn. I was into the there was an anime I was into called Unico and the Island of Magic, and Unico's Fantastic Adventures, and The Sea Prince and the Fire Child. Those I know that was 3 in a row. They were made by the same
But
production
it's all the
company.
same. Yeah.
So like, and they hold up real good. They're even good dubbed. Like I recommend them. They are sad and fucked up, and I love them. Dang. That and like I was like Raggedy Ann and Andy, the animated movie, Phantom Tollbooth animated movie.
Oh, the Phantom Tollbooth is.
I
so
had
good.
a
That
weird-
book was so good.
Yeah. I'm
Kids'
big,
books.
huge.
What were you super into?
I mean, Phantom Tollbooth.
Yeah, Phantom Tollbooth was the shit.
Jacob Tutu for a while was really, really deep, which is its own thing. I don't know.
I was big into James and the Giant Peach.
James and
Love
Giant
that
Peach
book.
was solid. There was some after school special about a girl whose hair continually grew, and it got really like dark and fairy tale. I love dark fairy tale
Yeah.
It's why Doctor Who is a thing now. It's because it's dark fairy tale, and that is like my favorite genre. God, it's children's horror. Yeah.
Man, look at this. Oh yes, all the different heads that this was so creepy.
Oh, this has informed so much of my vibe. Like this scene in particular is a lot of my vibe. Like helped make me the person I am today.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's really.
I could see that.
This is like my perfect scene. If I could, like the horror level of this is delightful.
I think as a kid, this movie really scared me.
Oh, it is
and
scarring.
I don't think I watched it a ton. Yeah,
I love it. It's
what'd be
scarring.
so fun is if like somehow in the future we could do like a weird kids movie night.
We could probably do a
where we
watch
get
along.
a cool theater and then like we can sell tickets and have like a slumber party.
I mean, it would be
and
easy.
watch
it would be easier to just do the thing where we're somewhere and then the internet gets to like watch along. They do the.
Oh yes,
But
we can do like we did during pandemic.
Yeah, I love
when you had
renting
us all watch Sister Christian, Mr.
the
Christian, Magic Christian,
which I stand by as being one of the great films.
It is.
Watch it with me again. You got to watch it again, not
again.
over Zoom with Travis like crying from his brain melting.
We have one last question from our mailbag.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to read it?
From a viewer.
Okay.
A viewer, no at. What movies did you watch at too young of an age, and how did they affect your young and impressionable brain? That's easy.
A good
on me.
follow-up.
That's easy on me.
How did they affect your young? Okay.
If you want to think, I can just do mine.
Lawnmower Man.
Wow, what happened?
Lawnmower Man was a big. I think, and I actually there's another great podcast, the Kingcast. And I went on there. Best group of guys. Scott Wampler, who's no longer with us, but we had such a fun conversation. But I rewatched it and remembered how much that movie stuck with me because I was like, I've had these images in my head and forgot that they were from this film. But also, I was in love with him. And then rewatching it, it was another thing where I was like, oh, this is also extremely problematic. But it was the time. There was so much weirdness with that movie, but it really scared me. Like all the weird
face. Bendy.
Yes,
there was the safe face bendy thing was always a little gross.
It really stuck with me. It really scared me.
We imprint, man.
We do. Do you have any that? What about you?
2, Psycho and Jaws.
Oh yes.
I should not have watched that at the age I was, especially as an extremely phobic child, because that just meant I was afraid of showers and I was afraid of pools.
Oh, 100%.
And like to the point where I would take baths and not showers for years. And pools still to this day, like there are moments still to this day where getting into a pool, if I'm alone, especially if it's like a black bottom pool, like at night, and I'm like, I don't like it.
Same.
And I know there's not a shark in here, but like also
what if there is?
There shouldn't be a robot shark in like on the tour at
Universal Studios.
Universal, but like I don't like any of it.
No.
And I'm already afraid of fish, so.
I have that same thing. I can get in deep, dark water, even if it's a pool.
Yeah.
And I can look down and be like, there's obviously nothing in this pool.
Yeah.
But I'm scared.
I'm horrified.
Yeah.
And it's
Jaws.
Jaws and Psycho really messed me up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else if there was another one. Because I feel like there was another one that really scared me as a kid. Maybe I'll remember it next time.
Yeah, and you'll
Lawnmower Man really stuck with me.
You'll hop up and screaming and
be
go,
like,
oh God.
It was
the
Brady
incredible
Bunch.
shrinking woman. I don't know.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I think
that's it for today.
I think that's all the time we have.
I think it is too. We've been going over about an hour, and I think we should let the people go.
I suppose I got notes this week that we should run for about an hour. Like someone said, like I wish it was a little longer. So here we are.
Well, here you go. Here's an hour.
There you know who you are.
Well, this was great.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'm gonna take a last sip of Malort.
Are we?
To cheers you all out, and just have a good day. Do something nice for somebody.
Yeah.
Do something nice for yourself. Take it easy. Don't be hard on yourself, okay? Don't talk shit to yourself.
We're all doing our best.
We're doing our best.
We're aware that that's not that impressive these days, but we're doing our best.
We're doing our best.
Okay if it's not a lot.
Cheers, I love you.
Cheers, I love you as well.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Ow. Oh.
Ugh, bye. Oh, my God.
Some very important weird information for all of our weird kids. Our new episodes are now starting to release exclusively on beacon.tv. That's right, every Tuesday.
So we are still releasing the final Weird Kids episodes from 2025 every Tuesday on our Weird Kids YouTube channel and on podcast platforms. But our new episodes are exclusively only on beacon.tv.
Beacon.